Hi there, I'm Matthew Key. I'm the Deputy Head Academic at Forest and I'm in charge of teaching and learning, curriculum and scholarship programme here at the school. I'm here today to talk about the process by which you can apply for a scholarship and also what is in store for our scholars once they join Forest School. So first of all, to talk through the process, there is a box that you can tick for academic scholarship on your application when you are applying it for Forest. You can apply for a scholarship directly on the form, but fundamentally what we are looking for is excellence in the entrance examinations. There are 2 examination tests that we conduct with our pupils upon entry. One of them is an English paper, the other one is a mathematics paper. Fundamentally, we are looking for the top 40 or 50 to go through to the next stage of the scholarship process, which will involve a critical thinking interview. Now, that's not something that parents or pupils can prepare for. It's designed to test flexibility of reasoning, mental acuity, and critical faculties and reasoning. Following the interview, you will find out whether your son or daughter has been successful in the scholarship application process at the same time as you receive your offer letter from Forest School, which should arrive around February. It will actually be a component of that letter that will explain that you have been accepted as a scholar at Forest. Scholars at Forest are generally those pupils that are performing well above their peers. They're pupils that will probably be ultimately in the top 1% of the year. They are pupils that will have aspirations and ambitions to study at the most competitive universities for the most difficult, robust, intellectual courses that you can imagine. But of course, actually many of our scholars may find that they go in other directions too. We have a rich tradition and a history of providing degree apprenticeships with some of the most competitive firms. And now, of course, there is a greater democratization of entry into the legal profession, into medicine. So it's not all about university entry, although I'm sure that is where many of our scholars will be setting their sights, and particularly universities in the Russell Group at Oxford and Cambridge, and indeed abroad too. The level then that we would expect, particularly at year 7 onwards, are pupils that have a kind of ferocious academic appetite. They are excelling in all of their subjects, but more than that, they want to reach beyond their prescribed curriculum in their prep schools and primary schools. They want to seek intellectual challenge in lots of different arenas. They are happy to read, they're voracious readers. It doesn't come in any way as an obstacle to their normal way of working. So these are people that are really firing on all cylinders intellectually. They're independent, they're curious, they know their own minds, and that is really what we're looking for here at Forest for our academic scholars. If you are to accept a place at Forest School, then scholars here have a real diversity of opportunity and there are some wonderful things for them to access. We want our scholars to be part, of course, of an inclusive environment which puts teaching and learning and academic excellence at the core, but at the same time we do give them access to enrichment and to opportunities, and we would expect them to take those opportunities perhaps on a level higher than their colleagues or other classmates. One such opportunity that we're really proud to launch this year is our Quadrivium and Trivium classes. These are master classes. Their name derives from those models at ancient universities where intellectual flexibility and a broad curriculum was emphasized above everything else. Those classes can feature themes as diverse as the origins of the universe, all the way through to biomimicry and engineering and architectural design. They are designed to expose your son or daughter to weird, wonderful, creative and broad aspects of the curriculum that go beyond just a prescribed syllabus at GCSE, A-level and indeed at Key Stage 3. Your son and daughter will also be given a scholarship mentor who will meet with your son or daughter individually and regularly to check in on their academic progress, but more than that, to offer them a robust conversation, to question their understanding of subjects, and also to recommend reading, thinking, materials, podcasts, videos, lectures, things that can generally enrich their experience at Forest. So the whole package of support comes in when they are through the white gates. Other aspects of our scholarship programme include visits to universities. And some of them might include visits to Oxford and Cambridge, as you might expect, but of course other things too, like visits to top employers, trips to organisations, and actually just the opportunity to hear from a broad range and a diverse range of business leaders, of community leaders, and obviously to engage with political and social leaders in all fields. So those are some of the things that we offer our scholars. Our scholars at Forest tend to be extremely successful, as do many of our pupils at Forest, and there is a rich tradition of them accessing the very top universities, top courses, and indeed top careers when they are done here at Forest and they're through the White Gates. Scholarship at Forest is not some box ticking or tokenistic label that we apply to the top % of our pupils. It's a full programme of support, it's a full package that we provide to obviously stretch those pupils' intellectual horizons, to challenge them cognitively, and to actually demand that they explore broadly and across their curriculum areas, and far beyond that too, engaging in super-curricular opportunities as regularly and as often as possible, and being really held to account for that. So that whole package of support that we offer here, we find makes our scholars really dynamic, really interesting people, but also people that are going to push the boundaries in their field. These aren't people that are constrained to one particular discipline or expertise in one area. These are broad, rounded, liberally educated individuals, and that's really what we strive to do within our scholars program, to expose them to that variety and diversity of fields and areas. And now over to our academic scholars to talk about their experiences at Forest.
Hi, my name is Vonna, and I'm in Year 9, and I'm an academic scholar to Forest School.
Hello, I'm James, I'm in Year 9, and I'm an academic scholar here at Forest.
The Scholars Programme is a project run by graduates from top universities such as Oxford and UCL. It was designed for academic scholars to be able to be stretched and to be able to understand and communicate with their peers. I feel like the programme has helped me with listening and learning from different people across my age group and academic level. I think that the project has really helped me understand and communicate with all sorts of different people with different points of view.
Well, in particular, I've learnt that Kit Kats are named after a club from the 18th century, which was named after a pastry chef called Christopher Catling. But other than that, I've learnt how to research things more easily using websites such as JSTOR and Google Scholar, and now I feel like I can tell apart things that are reliable and unreliable sources.
For any Year 6 pupil that has been offered an academic scholarship, I'd say don't be ashamed to answer questions and to participate in class, because it only ever helps you understand and stretch your knowledge.
Well, obviously I'd say come to Forest, but to support that I'd say that you'll really enjoy the variety of activities here at Forest, academic and non-academic, and I think that they'll really improve your academic progress and you as a person.
The main reason why I chose the academic scholarship programme was because it gives me a lot of opportunities to be able to learn from my mistakes and learn from my strengths.
Thank you very much for your time and for your interest in Forest School, and we really hope that this information has provided clarity on the process and indeed what to expect from our scholarship programme once here at Forest. If you do have further questions, please do feel free to get in touch with our registrar and our admissions office.